The distinct honor and privilege of being the principal at Sparta High School. At this time, I would like a few groups of people to please stand and be recognized. And the rest of us, if you just wait till we got through these groups before we address them collectively as a community, I would appreciate it. At Sparta High School, we like to frequently remember and be reminded that we are a country at war. And the types of freedoms that allow us to have this ceremony in a building this nice, in a community this great, is not free. It came from the sacrifice of current and former U.S. soldiers. So if you, first group, if you are a graduate who is entering the U.S. military next year, please stand. Stay standing. Please stay standing. If you are an active duty member of the U.S. military or have someone in your direct family that is serving currently in the U.S. military and you are able, please stand. And if you are a veteran of our U.S. military, please stand if you are able. Thank you all for your service and your commitment. At this time, if you are able, please join them in standing and listen to the choir of Sparta High School sing our national anthem. Awesome job. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Student Council President Cameron Murdoch.
Welcome to the commencement exercise for the Sparta High School graduating class of 2019. My name is Cameron Murdoch, Student Council President. I wish to thank each and every one of you for taking this time to be here tonight as we recognize the outstanding accomplishments of our young men and women on their graduation night. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce our platform guests. Please remain standing until all are introduced. Please hold your applause until all are introduced. Mr. Andrew Jensen, President of the Board of Education. Mrs. Amanda Van Streen, Vice President of the Board of Education. Mr. Mark Allister, Secretary of the Board of Education. Mrs. Mary Beth Dame, Treasurer of the Board of Education. Mrs. Pamela May, Trustee of the Board of Education. Mrs. Kim E. Lusky, Trustee of the Board of Education. Mr. Matt Burrows, Guest Speaker. Mr. Matthew Spencer, Principal. Mrs. Stacy Rumsey. Mr. Todd Toporski. Mr. Pete Bush, Superintendent. Mrs. Kelly Jurek, and Mr. Ted Smith.
Thank you to our guests for being here to celebrate the class of 2019. At this time, The senior band members will be playing with their band one final time as Spartans. They'll be under the direction of Mr. Jim Walsh, our band and choir director, playing The Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring. Thank you and great job to our members, our senior members of our band, and Mr. Walsh and the rest of his band members. At this time, I'm honored to introduce, as chosen by the class of 2019, your guest speaker, Mr. Matt Burrows.
Love you too. So, for those of you who don't know me, I'm the teacher that loves grammar and llamas. And so, on behalf of Billy, all his llamas, and myself, I want to say that it's truly an honor to be asked to do this. However, that doesn't mean it's easy to do. I'll admit, as a parent of a 12-year-old who, when he's not busy trying to justify why he should be able to have an actual sloth as a pet, or telling me, even though I get the right answer, that I'm doing his math homework wrong, that it was hard to find time to write this. Now, compound that with trying to cram in all the stuff we missed from 15 snow days, and, well, I was tempted to throw in the towel, Google cliche graduation speeches, add a few lines about llamas, hit print, call it good. And though that would have been easier for me to do, it wouldn't have been sincere. It wouldn't have been what you deserve. So instead of simply reciting a graduation speech filled with one cliche after another, I'm going to give you something from my heart. Yes, I have one. I'm going to give you something honest, something I hope will make you think, and to do this, I've decided to address one cliche head on. I've decided to talk about the notion of change. It's a word that's defined political campaigns, a word that's often bandied about with the same carelessness as words like love and hate. It's a word that's no doubt filled conversations you've had with relatives and friends about this very moment. You know, ones that begin something like, so, are you ready for the big change? Or, better yet, just wait, you're going to be in for a change. I love that last one because it's usually said like they're sharing some sort of secret pearl of wisdom with you, like you didn't already know you were going to be in for a change. And that's where I want to start. You know that you're in for a change. But what does that actually mean? And more importantly, what does it mean for you and your future? And to answer this question, I feel it necessary to stress that change is more of a choice than a certainty. And as with many choices in life, there's two sides. There's the bad and there's the good. There's the threat of change and the potential of change. So let me begin with what many perceive as the threat of change. The thing is, even though you might not want to admit it, many of you actually enjoy high school. Seriously. You do. There's a routine, an expectation, and as seniors, many of you have figured out that role that you play. Some of you are the star athletes, the great students, the gamers, the drama kids, the band kids, the quiet ones, the nice ones, the kids who you always see on the weekends but never in school, the ones who always seem to be in a group together, always, the ones who always have an opinion that they're more than willing to share, circle discussions, or even some combination of the above. Simply put, you have an identity here. And this identity you have grown comfortable with may be threatened by this moment, by this change. Gone will be the teachers you know and the school you've attended, the routine and identity, love them or hate them, that you've gotten used to. And for many of you, this change may be tough to handle. And I can say this because, well, I was there. 23 years ago, I was in your spot. 23 years ago, I sat at my graduation. I had my friends. I would be getting my diploma. It seemed like things were going my way. But deep down, I was worried. My identity was threatened. The way I would be known was threatened. The way I saw myself was threatened. And I felt those things because how I viewed the change that this very moment signals. I saw it as a threat, and I was worried. But let me say this to you. It's not only okay to be worried or scared about this change, it's normal. For those who've always been the best student, the change of attending college classes may mean sitting in a classroom with people you don't know, people who, gasp, may know more than you. For those who've always been the best athlete, the change of college sports may mean playing in a field or a court with somebody better than you. For those who've shared the last few years with a tight-knit group of friends, the change of going to college or entering the workforce may signal a fragmenting of that group. For those choosing to enlist in the armed services and fight for our freedoms, this change means working towards a cause greater than yourself. And for that, we thank you. However, Regardless if these things apply to you or not, one thing this change means for every single one of you is proving yourself, of identifying yourself all over again. It means work, a lot of work. But don't be threatened by this change, by this work. Be motivated. Rise to the challenge that this threat may pose. Work harder than you've ever worked before because you have something to prove to everyone here, and more importantly, something to prove to yourself. Understand that this work is a choice you must make in order to ensure the change in your life is a positive one. And you must face this change with determination, with drive, with a goal. Because for those who maintain their focus, who try their hardest, the upside of this moment, the potential of this change can become a reality. And here's the biggest upside. Right now, you're getting one of the best gifts possible. You're getting a clean slate, a chance to start over, to start fresh, a chance that's so very rare in life. And so, at some point tonight, take a selfie. Yeah, I said it. Take a selfie. No duck faces, though. But take a selfie and hashtag it clean slate. Let this moment, let your diploma remind you of the potential that this very moment of change brings you. However, taking advantage of this means more than just taking a selfie. It will mean jumping through hoops. It will mean staying focused on what it is you want to achieve in the years to come. It will mean, more than anything, believing in yourself and the values that you hold dear. It will mean accepting a new reality that you will not always get a gold star for a job well done or a participation trophy simply for showing up and doing what's expected. That is not the reality that awaits you. But don't be daunted. Believe in yourself. And the thing is, in today's onslaught of social media, it can be easy to lose track of your importance, of the power you have to actually make a difference. So in a time where truth is too often dismissed as fake, here's some real news, some real advice. Stay focused on your goals. Ignore the bullies on Twitter. Don't care so much about the number of likes you get on a Facebook or Instagram post. Feel free to break your Snapchat streak. Put down your phones, especially in job interviews and at the dinner table. Disconnect a bit from social media to reconnect more with yourself and fully realize the potential that this moment, this change provides for you. Remember these people, your peers. Yes, some of whom scored ridiculously impressive scores on the SAT, but also understand this, that though grades matter, there are other things that matter too. And chief amongst those is something that seems to be sorely lacking from today's civil discourse, a lack of civility and a lack of kindness. Remember the kindness of those around you, those who spent countless hours organizing blood drives to save the lives of others, those who donated blood, those who want to go to college and someday open a nonprofit dance studio for underprivileged students so they can have a chance to experience a different way to express themselves, those who are going to be doctors and nurses and missionaries and so many other professions where they are choosing to make a positive change not only in their lives, but the lives of others. Remember the quiet ones who always seem to smile, the ones who would help you with a question that you had with math or science or grammar or any other subject. Remember those teachers who you gave gray hairs to one day, who were there for you the next to not only teach you, but listen to you. Remember the kindness of those who comforted you during the loss of classmates, of friends, and of family members. Remember those people whose kindness made your day better. That kindness is a power that you all have inside of you. So, going forward, let me urge you to approach this potential for change with kindness. I ask you to please hold yourself to a higher standard than many of those who fill the airwaves and social media streams. Be the leaders that they should be. I urge you to make the best out of this change, to look forward. The past is the past. Do not focus on repeating it and trying to make things great again. I urge you to instead focus on kindness and find the greatness now in life. Work to make your lives better, our lives better, to better your future, because someday, and I mean this, someday you'll be making the lives of our kids better. Because some of you will be the teachers who teach our kids, the doctors and nurses who heal our kids, the cosmetologists who will style our daughter's hair for her first prom, the mechanic who replaces the shocks on the car when our kids drive over one too many potholes. Don't be threatened by this change. Rise to the challenge and take advantage of its potential. Please choose to strive for the best, for your best. Choose to work harder than you've ever worked before. Choose to prove your supporters right and your doubters wrong. But most importantly, choose to make us proud, make your family proud, and most importantly, make yourselves proud, as it's your future that you have the power to change. Thank you, class of 2019. Thank you for your kindness. Thank you for being you. Thank you, and congratulations.
Well done, Mr. Burrows. At this time, it's my honor to introduce Dean of Student, Mr. Todd Toporski.
Good evening. Madeline Ferguson is our salutatorian of Sparta High School's class of 2019. She has a stellar grade point average of 4.31. She is the daughter of Bill and Kim Ferguson. Madeline will be attending Grand Valley State University in the fall and plans on pursuing a degree in nursing. Her co-curricular involvements included stage crew, art, National Honor Society, and blood drive. Madeline is thankful for the tremendous support of her family and friends, which helped her get to the place she is today. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mattie Ferguson.
Hello, thank you all for being here today. I'd like to begin by thanking my parents for their continuous support, for always encouraging me to put forth my best effort and reminding me that perfection is not attainable, but regardless, I am always loved. To my sisters who have frequently provided a much-needed break from homework, whether it's pestering me to play video games or asking me to go shopping at Target, and for putting up with my grumpiness after a late night of homework. To my friends who have stood by my side through the good and the bad. To my teachers who have encouraged me to be the best I can, both academically and morally. And finally to Jesus, who has been with me every step of my life and who put me in this position. Without each and every one of these people, I would not be the person I am today. We all have the chance for a fresh start, an opportunity to learn from the mistakes of the past and reinvent ourselves. It's a clean slate. The past happened. You may have done things you wish you hadn't, said things you want to take back, or missed an opportunity you regret not taking. While you can't go back and correct your mistakes, you can learn from them, and you can grow as a result. Previously, I missed the opportunity to find joy in the little things because of my fears and insecurities. However, I now have the chance to choose joy in all the ups and downs of this new adventure. The past influences the future, but it doesn't define it, nor does it define you. So whatever you do with this opportunity to begin again, remember one thing. No matter who you are or what you decide to do, you still matter. You still make an impact in the world. So act like it. Make your life and the lives around you more meaningful. Treat people like they matter. Every second of every day, you have a choice. Who you're going to be and how you're going to live your life. Are you going to bring others down because of your own insecurities, or are you going to be a light within this world that looks for the good, even in the bad? You can make a difference in someone's life by simply listening to them when they want to talk. So make that choice. The choice to treat others like they matter. The choice to live life in a meaningful way. The choice to learn from the past. Because one day, our time on this earth will come to an end. And as J.R.R. Tolkien once wrote, all we have to decide is what to do with the time given to us. Congratulations, class of 2019. I hope you choose to make a difference.
Nice job, Maddie. It's my honor to introduce the valedictorian of Sparta High School's class of 2019, Grace Kane. Grace is the daughter of Peter and Jane Kane. She will be attending the University of Michigan this coming fall and will major in mechanical engineering. Grace has been an active member of our theater and arts programs. She also served as secretary of the National Honor Society. Grace is extremely thankful for the support of her friends and family for helping her to achieve great things.
Sorry, give me a minute. Hello and welcome to the family and friends that have come out to support the class of 2019. I would like to begin by saying a few thank yous. First, thank you to the staff of Sparta High School, especially the teachers. You all have treated us like the mini adults you hope to see in this world. Secondly, thank you to my friends for keeping me sane for these 4 years. And finally, thank you to my parents. I will never be able to truly express my gratitude, so I'll just say, I promise to pay you back for the art supplies. My dad has always said to me, make sure what you are doing makes you happy, but make sure what makes you happy pays the bills. The first part of his message is pretty simple and clear. Pursuing joy in our life is one of the most important things we can do for ourselves. There's no point in going through life miserable and wishing you were doing what made you truly happy. Happiness here at the high school was spending time with those that we love the most. That was during sports or extracurricular activities. For others, it was in the classroom with your favorite teachers and friends. Maybe it was listening to Burroughs yell about Billy and his llama, an egg that you thought carried the weight of your whole high school career. Probably not. Or it was possibly finding out one of your favorite teachers told everyone you accidentally swore in class. Thanks, Landry. Really appreciate that. As time goes on, though, we will find joy elsewhere. We will find it when we head to college and decide the path that sparks a passion in us. We will find it when we get the job that makes us excited to go to work. That could be working with children or saving the environment. Overall, we will find that joy, that spark, as we make our lives out of Sparta High School. The second part of my dad's message teaches us that we all have obligations. It may not be to pay bills yet, but we always have some type of responsibility. Here, our duty has been balancing our friends and sports with classes and homework. We will continue that juggle as we go on to the next step in our life, whether it's college, trade school, military, or the workforce. Later in life, though, our responsibility will be to actually pay bills and provide for ourselves and those who rely on us. The thing about my dad's message, though, is that it's best understood together, not broken apart and analyzed like Mater and WK taught us to do. The message reads, happiness first and duty second. Life is best lived in a state of joy. The pressure of the responsibilities we have will always be there, but it is best dealt with a positive mindset. Don't let the burdens you may carry stop you from experiencing the happy life each and every one of you deserve. Class of 2019, my message for you is to experience all you can and follow a path that makes you happy. But don't allow your search for fun take away from the responsibility you have to yourself and the people around you. Good luck out there, and congrats.
Well done, Grace. It is my honor to introduce the Superintendent of Sparta Area Schools, Mr. Pete Bush.
Good evening. Graduates, this day represents a significant accomplishment in your life. For 13 years, you have done your best, worked hard, and have now completed your final days at Sparta High School. When you receive your diploma tonight, it is because of the goals you have set, the dedication you've shown, and the commitment you've made to see them through. It is with Spartan pride that your Sparta family has watched you mature and become the people you are today. We recognize your strength and character and know that you will succeed in a future filled with your hopes and dreams. Be sure to take the time tonight to thank those who have helped you to achieve your goals and begin the next phase in your life. Tomorrow, as you continue your travels, begin the day prepared to further your education. Live each waking moment as if it might be teachable, a moment to expand your mind and strengthen your abilities. Then, end the day feeling confident that you have put forth maximum effort and pursued your dreams to the fullest. In the words of Eri Penkoviji, graduation is only a concept. In real life, every day you graduate. Graduation is a process that goes on until the last day of your life. If you can grasp that, you'll truly make a difference. Congratulations to you and your families as you enjoy this night together. The class of 2019 has much to be proud of. Thank you for all that you have done. May God bless you as you continue on life's journey. Principal Spencer, I hereby accept the class of 2019, represented by those here this evening, as being eligible to receive a diploma from Sparta High School. Acting on the authority vested in my position as superintendent, I now officially confirm that these individuals have achieved or surpassed all the academic and hourly requirements to be declared graduates. On behalf of the entire Board of Education, faculty, and administration, I offer our congratulations as we prepare the presentation of the class of 2019.
At this time, it's my honor to introduce National Honor Society President Darby Eck, who will be giving the request from the class of 2019.
Because this is a formal and dignified occasion, the class of 2019 respectfully requests that our parents, friends, and guests politely applaud or cheer individuals as they receive their diplomas. We, the class of 2019, ask that you would join us in recognizing each of our graduates on their success. Thank you for your consideration and show of respect for our class.
Thank you, Darby. At this time, it's my honor to introduce the class advisors for the class of 2019, Mrs. Kelly Jurek and Mr. Ted Smith, who will present the class of 2019. The first row of graduates that we are going to call up is our group of summa cum laude grads, which means that they maintained a 4.0 GPA or higher. Excellent job. It's the largest group that we've had in my time at Sparta High School. Well done. Mr. Smith and Mrs. Jurek.
Try to keep them too far up. Jasmine Ann Gerard. Grace Lillian Kane. Claire Birkland. Madeline Karen Ferguson. Maxwell Kaysen Woolworth. Sarah Summerdike Maltman. Kylie Ray Poling. Cameron Claire Murdoch. Marla Jo Anderson. Brooklyn Ann Davis. Brooke Lynn Couch. Joseph Lee Slatkowski. Mason James Larva. Courtney Lynn Mulder. Carissa Rose Spataski. Alexandra Rose Hyde. Marin Elaine Larson. Isabel Grace Florida. Elise Lovisa Anderson. Chloe Ann Florida. Levi Brian Pant. Dylan Michael Marzinski. Xavier Ryan Fisher. Kendall Marie Vanderleest. Darby Jane Eck. Abigail Lynn Edmondson. Bailey Jean Bradford.
Dakota Ann May. Lacey Nicole Peterson. Jenna Renee Murdoch. Lily Ann Anderson. Jonathan Robert Cutzley. Alec James Reese. Nikki Lynn Zost. Althea Rose Clary Schultz. Kaylin Grace Larva. Cecilia Ray McIntyre. Mackenzie Vivian Monroe. Shelley Marie Anderson. Emily Elizabeth Silverthorne. Haley Ray Scott. Sierra Jade Stechabar. Autumn Lynn Barr. Catherine Dawn Kenzer. Hope Marie Farr. Julia Ann Margaret Ritter. Sophia Grace Beechnaw. William Richard Shelley. Larry LaRue King. Kennedy Diane Groders. Eric Scott Doty. Riley Abigail Zink. Madison Nicole Dame. Lara Elizabeth Hazard. Peyton Marie Locke. Kaylee Sue Austin. Samantha Marie Roloff. Madison Olivia Searle. Jessica Claire Pinkney. Delaney Michelle Armock. Jenna Nicole Hoover. Miguel Vasquez. Bailey Christopher Troger. Noah Quinton Myers. Samuel Sanchez. James Michael Wolf. Sean Michael Baker. Ethan Charles Odebeer. Cody James Manson. Alexis J. Driscoll. Kendall Elaine Proctor. Jalen Ryan Koltak. Shaylee Daniel Terhar. Angelia Joe Beck. Corbin Michael Van Wingen. Mackenzie Marie Heaven. Kobe Ryan Mansma. Dakota Marcus Stevens. Gatlin Harold Sharon. Mitchell Allen Stewart. Luke Thomas Awney. Joshua Robert Mohawk. Justin Scott Postal. Kyle James McHugh. Jacob Michael Rourke. Jacob Ryan Wright. Trevor James Battle. Andrew Dale Taylor. Thomas Graham Smith. Joshua Maxwell Hewlett. Cody Nathan Becker. Jennifer Murillo Rodriguez. Faith Marie Hartnevich. Brendan J. Bateman. Nathan Russell Brown. Christopher Paul Edwards. Terry Ray Cass. Olivia Paige Burgess. Adele Alexandria Cochran.
Nicholas Daniel Roberts. Zachary Raphael Telezan. Kyle Matthew Grice. Eric Michael Brott. Samuel Bryant Way. Jared Douglas Pant. Bryce James Turbeek. Trevor David Borson. Sophia Esperanza Medell. Cheyenne Nicole Tazalowski. Daniel John Rudy. Lance Jacob Olney. John Michael Dietz. Henry Garrett Ravel. Robert Aaron Jason Simons. Jonathan Michael O'Neill. Ariana Ann Kovacs. Brianna Jean Stackpole. Nathan Gabriel Padilla. Benjamin Michael Wright. Louis Christian Ortiz. Benjamin Matthew Mayer. Colton John Steffens. Luis Fernando Balderas Rubio. Taylor Jeffrey Wilson. Brittany Ann Jewell. Joy Lynn Reed. Heidi May Koren. Hunter Michael Entrikin. Paige Elizabeth Bender. Beth Allison Buys. Andrea Sanchez. Kendra Jean Carpenter. Mackenzie K. Badoon. Jacob August Couturier. Eric Ross Hunter. Connor Liam Dodds. Paul Ryan Phillips. Stephen Jonathan Wright. James Andrew Wright. Gabriel James Force. Caleb Robert Wiltenberg. Garrett Daniel Kramer. Riley Kiernan Russell. Jaden Shell. Sean Michael Flannery. Asmele Salaz Garcia. Benjamin Henry Gare. Isaiah Anthony Starks Kalis. Alvaro Josue Marta Carrena. Patrick Jordan McLeod. Genevieve Rose Yates. Keely Marie Terwilliger. Chandler Dane Bunker. Ryan Michael Bosch. Joseph Arnold Roundtree. Madison Ray Gatrell. Grace Catherine Van Houten. Savannah Renee Zylstra. Grace Ann Hartnevich. Maria Luisa Chavez. Nicole Ann Higby. Jacob John Alt. What's that? Michael Hartnevich. Didn't want to be Mick. Joel Edward Venuflin. Vanessa De Los Santos Berman. Mercedes Lynn Larson. Jaden Paul Phillips. Caitlin Joy Perry. Alexis Marie Kelly. Caitlin Michelle Taft. Caitlin Jean Adkins. Marissa Nicole Hammond. Josephine Marika Zurich. Grace Catherine DeLong. Natasha Lizette Garza. Alexandra Anaí Castillo. Riley Grace Latham. Haley Dawn Norvell. Nayeli Sitlali Castillo. Claire Elaine McDougall. Hunter Autumn Smith. Kyle H. William Sokolowski. Hunter Michael Winstanley. Austin Joseph Klein. Hunter Cole Schaefer. Terry Jabez Delano. Corbin Marshall Schaefer. Aaron Matthew DJ. Anthony John Vasquez. McKenna Lynn Dory. Nicole Ann Momber. Kennedy Ann Marie Nestor. Simon Avery Fezenden. Perry Thomas LeBlanc. Matthew Dalton Dulac. Robert Allen Haynes. Ernesto Ramon Santillanes. Nashawn DeMarco French. Randall Wayne Tramper. Mark Joseph Erickson.
This time, class of 2019, please stand. Move your tassels from the right to the left, and community, join me in celebrating the graduates of 2019 from Sparta High School.